The leader of the opposition says those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Further, he has labelled a statement from the government press secretary one of farce and blatant hypocrisy. On Monday, Daniel Obon said a characterization by Dr. Kenny Anthony of the Communications and Works Minister as a poodle denigrated the House of Assembly. The comment had been made during last week's budget presentation. Dr. Anthony says far worse has been uttered from the mouth of government parliamentarians, beginning with this one from the Housing Minister. Richard Frederick was referring here to Dr. Anthony.
Madam Speaker, I will understand. Madam Speaker, you know, the interesting thing is when you have a rat in a trap, it would eat wire. A rat in a trap. I expect that kind of behavior.
At another sitting of Parliament, Richard Frederick suggested that if he had his way, he would take off all my clothes, paint me black, and release me to the public. Again, the then Speaker Cyril Flood Bobra did not ask him to withdraw, and the statement was greeted with amusement by the UWP parliamentarians.
Dr. Anthony also had another example. This time the shoe is on the other foot, and it is the Communications Minister describing him with the term he says is racially charged.
Guy Joseph loudly described me as massa, much to the amusement of his fellow parliamentarians. No one asked him to withdraw that statement. No one complained about that statement, despite the fact that the statement constituted, among other things, a racial insult to me.
Despite his rejection of the outrage expressed by the government press secretary, Dr. Anthony does explain his remark. He says the term poodle has become an accepted method of political description.
My reference to a poodle is regarded as denigrating, despite the fact that in sophisticated political discourse and debate, the term poodle has become a term of art. It has become a term that is understood as a blind follower. Even Tony Blair was described as Bush's poodle.
By the sounds of things, the leader of the opposition will not issue an apology the government press secretary stopped short of demanding. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.